Beneath the dense green bushland of Rottnest Island, tiny mother Kira breathes heavily inside a hidden leafy nest as new life prepares to enter the world. Soft golden sunlight filters through the bushes while warm ocean wind moves gently across the quiet island wilderness. The exhausted Quokka shifts nervously through the leaves while powerful contractions ripple through her tiny body. Then at last the miracle of survival begins. A microscopic pink newborn Joey slowly emerges, trembling helplessly in the cool air beneath the protective body of Kira. Blind, hairless, and impossibly fragile, the newborn instinctively begins climbing upward through the thick fur of its mother. Tiny claws grip desperately while every movement becomes a battle between life and death. Kira waits patiently while steady breathing guides her helpless baby toward safety. The exhausted newborn pauses briefly during the difficult climb before forcing itself onward through pure instinct. Finally, the tiny Joey reaches the opening of the warm pouch and disappears safely into the darkness. Inside the pouch, the fragile newborn finds rich milk and attaches tightly while Kira relaxes knowing her baby survived. Days pass peacefully beneath the endless Australian sky while the Joey quietly grows stronger hidden within the pouch. The pouch moves gently as tiny kicks begin pressing outward from inside Kira's body. Then one peaceful morning, a tiny furry nose slowly pokes from the pouch into the fresh island air for the very first time. Curious dark eyes blink softly while the growing Joey stares in wonder at the bright green bushland surrounding Kira. The loving mother gently nuzzles the tiny face of her baby beneath the glowing sunlight. But suddenly Kira's ears twitch sharply. Hidden beneath the grass nearby, a deadly Australian brown snake silently slithers toward the vulnerable Joey. Cold predatory eyes lock directly onto the exposed baby while its forked tongue tastes the air around Kira. Instantly, fear transforms into fierce protective rage inside the tiny Quokka mother. Kira rises high onto her hind legs, trying desperately to appear larger before the venomous predator. The snake lifts its head and coils into a terrifying strike position only inches away from the pouch. Then Kira violently stomps her powerful hind foot against the earth, creating a thunderous warning through the bushes. Without hesitation, the snake launches forward with lightning speed directly toward her. At the final second, Kira dodges sharply aside while the venomous fangs slash through empty air. Driven by pure instinct, the fearless mother unleashes a desperate powerful kick directly into the attacking snake. The impact sends the predator tumbling violently backward through the dry grass. Defeated and stunned, the deadly serpent retreats quickly into the underbrush, leaving Kira and her baby alive. Breathing heavily from exhaustion, Kira lowers herself protectively over the trembling Joey, hidden safely inside her pouch. Weeks later, the growing Joey finally hops clumsily from the pouch for the very first time beside Kira. Tiny paws touch the soft green grass while bright sunlight floods the peaceful island landscape. Kira gently pulls down leafy branches while her curious little Joey mimics every movement beside her. The tiny Quokka happily chews fresh leaves for the first time while mother and child eat together peacefully. Then suddenly darkness sweeps violently across the ground. Kira freezes instantly and looks upward in terror toward the endless blue sky. Far above them, a gigantic wedge-tailed eagle circles silently with deadly eyes fixed directly onto the vulnerable Joey. Without warning, the giant predator folds its wings and dives toward them at terrifying speed. Wind howls violently through the bushland while razor-sharp talons extend toward the helpless baby. At the final second, Kira leaps directly over her Joey and shields it completely with her own tiny body. Using frantic strength, the fearless mother shoves her terrified child toward a nearby rocky crevice. The panicked Joey scrambles desperately into the narrow darkness while Kira dives after it only moments before the talons strike. The eagle's claws scrape violently against the rock surface inches from Kira's body. Inside the dark crevice, mother and child cling tightly together while the giant predator screams furiously outside. Finally, the frustrated eagle abandons the hunt and disappears high into the clouds above Rottnest Island. Shaking but alive, Kira gently comforts her trembling baby inside the safety of the rocks. Months pass across the peaceful island until the once tiny Joey transforms into an energetic teenage Quokka. The growing youngster bounds rapidly through dusty bushland while Kira proudly watches from nearby. But hidden deep within the dry thorn bushes, another predator silently stalks the teenager. A massive feral cat lowers itself carefully through the grass with glowing yellow eyes locked directly onto Kira's child. Kira instantly senses danger drifting through the wind. Then chaos erupts. The feral cat explodes violently from the bushes and launches directly toward the terrified teenage Quokka. Panicked and screaming, the youngster sprints desperately across the rugged island terrain while the predator races inches behind. Dust explodes beneath pounding feet during the brutal high-speed chase through dry thorn bushes. The terrified teenager dodges wildly left and right, trying desperately to escape the relentless hunter. Then disaster strikes. The exhausted Quokka trips violently over a hidden tree root and crashes helplessly into the dirt. Instantly, the giant feral cat pounces and pins the screaming teenager beneath deadly claws.
Get back here!
Without hesitation, fearless Kira charges directly toward the predator to save her trapped child. Beneath the crushing attack, the desperate teenager thrashes wildly before unleashing a furious double kick straight into the predator's jaw. The powerful impact stuns the feral cat and forces it backward just long enough for the teenager to break free. But the enraged predator recovers quickly and resumes the savage pursuit. Running blindly through panic, the teenage Quokka crashes hard against a thick tree trunk. Then survival instinct suddenly takes over. Using the impact for momentum, the clever young Quokka sharply pivots sideways at the final second. The heavy feral cat loses balance completely and tumbles violently into the dust, missing its prey entirely. The exhausted teenager dives safely into a hidden underground burrow while Kira follows closely behind. Inside the darkness, mother and child nuzzle each other in overwhelming relief while danger fades beyond the entrance. Golden evening sunlight slowly blankets Rottnest Island in peaceful warmth after the terrifying battle for survival. Time continues passing until the once helpless newborn becomes a fully grown Quokka survivor of the wild island wilderness. Now stronger and wiser, the young adult hops confidently beside Kira across the glowing bushland beneath the setting sun. Cool ocean breeze moves gently through their thick fur while endless green landscapes stretch toward the horizon. No longer the tiny blind newborn struggling toward safety, Kira's child now stands as a fearless survivor shaped by instinct, endurance, courage, and relentless survival.